Today's video, should you go on a diet? What is up, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boss, Captain Loves. Video today, like, comment, subscribe, click the button, share with friends. I've seen a lot of people, whenever they want to lose weight, they go on diets, and I don't necessarily agree with this. Okay, so first of all, the word diet, it is a summation of the foods that you eat. People have taken this word and have changed it into the term of restriction. So I have to go on a diet. So immediately, what do you think? Oh, salads. Oh, not having carbs, not having fats. And like, that's so unhealthy. You should not be thinking that way. Whenever someone says I'm going on a diet, first of all, like I said, I think restriction. Plenty of you will probably know this just from common sense. The more you avoid something, the more you're gonna want it. That's perfect relationship advice if you ask me. Honestly, you should not be going on a diet if you're just strictly trying to lose weight or gain weight. Because if you're not some sort of bodybuilder or high-level competitor where you have to, reach a certain weight class, you have to have a certain look, you have to, deplete your body of glycogen in order to have a certain look. Like I said, for like bodybuilding stuff like that, dehydrate yourself, same thing. Most people don't even like think twice of going out and having fast food. Most people, it's just instinct, like, oh hey, I want some McDonald's, I want some Chick-fil-A, I want some Cane's, and then they just go spend the $10 and get their fast food, which one probably doesn't even satisfy them and fill them up. But two, you're also eating shit food that does nothing for you. It's full of fats, it's full of grease, full of oils, and it leaves you feeling unsatisfied. And who wants that, right? Answer me this in the comment section. What's your favorite fast food place, and how many times do you eat fast food per week? For most people, honestly, it might be a minimum of like 3 times a week, and you'd be surprised. And these are the same people that will say,
oh, eating healthy is so expensive, this and that.
They will go spend the $10, $15 to go out and eat fast food, when they can, if you're eating fast food 3 times a week, even if it's just 3 times a week, and let's say you spend a minimum of $10 to $15, that's $30 to $45 you could have invested in your own foods that you can make at home, that one, are going to be healthy for you, are going to help you reach your goals, and two, is going to help you save money. Because if you go buy some chicken at Walmart or something, you can get a whole family size pack of it, and you have a whole week's worth of chicken, compared to spending $10 and, oh, here's your little 3 chicken strips, fucking like try to get filled up with this shit. No, go spend the $10, $15 on the good. It's debatable whatever they do to those, poor chickens, but instead go and use that money for something that's going to help you, instead of wasting that money, throwing it away, giving it to, the fast food places where they're just going to fucking put a shit ton of grease, oils, and it's just not going to help you reach your goals. Make the smarter choice and make some home foods. Is it wrong to go out and eat fast food? No, but whenever it becomes a habit and you just don't even you don't even second guess yourself to go out and eat fast food, and you spend the $10 to $15, by the end of the month, if you're eating 3 times a week at a fast food restaurant, $10 to $15 per meal, and some people have 2 times. Some people have fast food 2 times a day. So I'm not even gonna get into that. Let's assume you go to a fast food restaurant 3 times a week. By the end of the week, you went to that fast food restaurant 12 times. So 10 times 12 is what, 120? So by the end of the month, you end up spending a minimum of $120, and you want to sit here and complain, oh, eating healthy is so expensive, but you don't even take into consideration all the money you're spending, going to Starbucks, going to McDonald's, going to Chick-fil-A, spending all this unnecessary money. So one, not only are you not reaching your goals, but you're also putting yourself in a not very good financial situation where you're spending a lot of money on fast food. But also, whenever people go on a diet, they start to be really restrictive, and that just leads to unhealthy eating habits. And then down the road, if you restrict yourself for a long amount of time, you're gonna start binging. You're gonna want to, once you come back and reintroduce yourself to those foods you haven't had for months, weeks, you're gonna be binging a lot on these foods. Even someone who eats clean pretty much 80% of the time, 90% of the time, whenever I go out and I buy something like chocolate chips to bake stuff, I've had days where I will finish that one whole bag in one sitting. Do I feel bad? Yes, but if someone who takes their health and fitness really, really seriously, can give out that easily, think about someone who doesn't even second guess themselves on eating, you know, whatever they want, fast food or whatever, sugar, you know, chocolates, candies, and all these different things. Answer me this: why are you going on a diet? Why are you dieting? Like, I understand if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to gain weight, to go on a diet, but why is the diet necessary? It's not necessary. If you're not some sort of competitor or something where you have to be consistent and you have to track every single little minute detail, where that extra 50 calories or having a certain amount of carbs at a certain time is going to affect you whenever you go perform up at the stage, and you have to deplete your body of certain things like glycogen, and you have to, you know, dehydrate your body to have a certain look. Why are you going on a diet? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, people take such an extreme position when it comes to these things. Like, imagine me saying, oh, you know, I want to run a marathon, you know, and instead of, you know, slowly building up my stamina, you know, instead of going out and trying to run 10 miles in one day when, you know, the day before I have not done cardio for years, I'm a couch potato, and the next day I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go run 10 miles today. That's not healthy. How is that healthy in any form or fashion? Like, it just doesn't make sense. You have to slowly build the habits over time, slowly cut out the things you don't need. You don't need to eat fast food. You don't need to be going to Starbucks every day. Slowly change your habits over time. If I was trying to run a marathon, what would I do? Well, first of all, I would probably go outside and walk, because most people don't even have enough activity in their day. So if instead of going from couch potato to a marathon runner, take it slowly. Go out and walk for 15 minutes. Okay, cool. You've gotten used to 15 minutes. Let's bump it up to 20. Oh, that's easy. 25. That's easy. 30. Oh, wow. I'm at 45 minutes now. Oh, wow. I'm at an hour now, and I feel good. For me, that's how I started. I didn't just start running miles every single day, and I still don't run every single day. Why? Because one, it's just not something you can keep up for the rest of your life. Like, people just don't take that into consideration. They just want to take the most extreme route. They want to take the fastest route, right, to get to their goal. If you want to be a marathon runner, you think it's going to happen overnight. No, it's not going to happen overnight. Same thing with weight loss, same thing with weight gain. You didn't get to the point where you're at with your body overnight. So why are you expecting such fast results in a month? Oh, 30 pounds in 30 days. Like, what do you think these people did to lose that amount of fat? In order to lose 1 pound of fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit of 3,500 calories. Do you understand how many calories that is? Like, do you understand how much food that is? So stop with the diet mentality, because it's not healthy. You're not a competitor. You're not trying to, you know, hit certain macros. And yeah, you know, if you want to start, you know, tracking your foods and everything, that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Actually, that'll help you out a lot to see what you do, what your habits are, how much you're actually eating, because a lot of people underestimate how much they actually eat. They say, oh, I only eat once a day, but they have their plate of food, and they have a shit ton of carbs, a shit ton of rice, and then they cooked it in all this olive oil and stuff, and then they say, oh, well, you know, I'm not losing weight. I don't know why. I eat only one time a day, or I have a slow metabolism, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And you know, it's not your fault. You know, if you're not someone like me that's totally into fitness, you're probably not going to know these things. But you know, after years of doing these things, I learned these things over time. Like I said, you have to take things slowly. You don't go from being a couch potato to extreme professional marathon runner overnight. It's not going to happen. Change your habits slowly. Be patient. Stop trying to do things so fast. These people on social media that you see that are trying to sell you something, they're trying to sell you an image, they're trying to sell you an idea, a belief. Do not pay attention to these people. One, because they're not you, so you don't know what they're using. You don't know what they're doing. I've already made videos in the past to explain why a lot of people in the fitness industry use PEDs, performance enhancing drugs. Do they use steroids? No, because that's illegal. If you get caught with that, you go to jail. Then there's so many other substances that you can use. Yes, women do it too. It's not just the men. So you don't know what these people are doing. You don't know what they do afterwards. They will post a shit ton of pictures when they look their best, and they will not post themselves afterwards. So this whole idea, this whole dieting idea is just so unhealthy. I just don't see why people do it. Create small habits, change it over time. What is it? It takes like 21 days to break a habit, and then it takes like double the amount of time to create a habit. So you really think you're gonna go from, you know, eating fast food 3-4 times a week, and you're gonna give that up in 1 week or a day or 2 weeks? You really think that's gonna happen? And even if you do, you don't think you're gonna fall back into those habits that you've had in the past? No, have a more realistic approach, have a more common sense approach. be patient. These things take time. You did not get to the point where you're at in your body overnight. So why do you expect overnight results? Put in the hard work, put in the dedication, discipline yourself. That's something that people just don't do enough. Is it easy? No. Is it simple? Yes, it's pretty simple. But a lot of people expect things to just be complicated. Whenever something is simple and a simple idea is introduced to you, most people look the other way. They say, oh, well, that can't be true. You know, it only takes that much. Well, I should have already been there. Like, just be patient. It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody and their dog would be walking around with a six-pack and shredded abs and fucking big ass muscles, big legs, big arms, big back vascular and everything. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. But that's not the case. It takes hard work. It takes discipline. It takes consistency. If you take anything away from this video, those three things: hard work. Your goals aren't just gonna happen overnight. You're not gonna reach your goals just by doing nothing and making excuses. Excuses don't help you reach your goals. Put in the hard work, discipline yourself, because yeah, you know, it's a lot easier to, you know, go out and have fast food compared to, you know, setting the time out of your day to, you know, make some home food, setting the 30 minutes of your day to, you know, create a meal for, you know, 3-4 days out of the week. Discipline yourself and then be consistent, because if you do this 1 or 2 times out of the week, you eat clean 1 or 2 times out of the week, but the other 5 days out of the week you're eating like shit, do you really think you're gonna reach your goals? No, you're not. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment with your friends. I'll see you in my next video. I appreciate the support, everybody. Have a good day. Have a good night wherever you are. Be safe.